What's going on, guys? Welcome back into some more Anno 1800. All right, so I have done a little more work here on the city, as you can pretty well see. Moved some of the farms and stuff around. Decided to put some industry in here instead, and a church over here. Decided that looked just a little bit nicer. I got all of this right here, all upgraded and cleaned up the way I want. Just for now. I think this kind of helped it out. We kind of pushed some of that agriculture off to the sides just a little bit. We are going to have more agriculture on this island. Over in this area where I've slapped down some fisheries and down in this part right here. So kind of from this little road right here this way, we're going to be doing more agriculturally type stuff. Now I've kind of dragged a big, it's one of those, like, what do you want to call it? Let me see how this is going to fit kind of road. Right down kind of the middle. We've got ourselves a harbor master with all sorts of lovely public mooring stuff on it, as well as a public mooring right here, as you can see. And this is kind of the center avenue, the main road, as it were, of the city right here. So this is going to start the main part of the city. Now, I was talking last episode about trying to do some concrete, but we don't have concrete on this island. Now, a viewer of mine happened to remind me of an item that I have talked about in the past about how good it is, and then I completely forgot because I haven't used it in so long. That is the cementer. It affects concrete factories, and instead of cement, the building processes clay. So, that is what we are going to be using to make concrete. I also grabbed ourselves a glass maker. This is for window makers. Instead of glass, the building just processes quartz sand. So those two things right there are going to be very, very useful. Got a little carpenter over at Harvard. That's fine too. So I do want to get all of that kind of set up and going real quick. It's concrete factory. Where shall I put the... I think I kind of want it over here. This is kind of like our dirtier area right here. Now, can I? Yeah, I figured that was going to be the problem, was trying to squeeze in another trade union. And I just can't. I just can't squeeze a trade union in right here anymore. It's just too tight. It is just too tight right here. Crap. Crap. Okay, you know what? Hold on a second. I'm gonna make a quick adjustment here. Okay, slight adjustments made right here. I decided to change this trade union right here out. And instead of the food production has been moved up here more into the city. I'm probably actually going to shift it slightly over here, kind of near this artisan area. Put it over that way somewhere. It just depends on where I can squeeze it. And, I can't really squeeze that in any better, can I? So I guess I'm not going to do that, and I've absolutely lied to you guys. We'll squeeze it in all up right here. How about that? We'll just call that a day right there. Trying to make it look interesting, and I could put it over there too. So there's a few different areas that I could put it in. So anyways, I decided to put all this right here with the window maker and the glass factory. Just those two items. He is electrified, so I did reduce him by 50%. We aren't going to need much concrete at all. And once I'm done with this, I may just turn that off. I don't really need the concrete. I'll fill it up and I'll need a little bit of it, but eventually I won't really need any concrete at all, so I can turn it off and we'll be good to go. Leaves me a little room for like some more buildings around here. I did have to move the furnace over. I didn't realize the furnace was not electrified. It was right here, and it's not electrified right there, unfortunately, so I had to move him around. Yeah, it just won't reach. It just won't reach, and that's okay. We don't have to worry about that. If I really wanted to, I could shuffle things around a little bit more and put like a meg Ivor or something to get electricity to those buildings, but it's just not a big deal, so I'm not too worried about it. We're going to keep filling in some of these like little small corners and stuff as we continue, so it's all going to be okay. So let's get back to actually expanding this little city out. Now, how is all this right here going to look? We're on super slow mode, aren't we? Yes, we are. Do something like that, I think. And we're going to put just a line of trees right there. Lots of green space in this city. I really want lots and lots of green space here. So for this fun little market-y type square right here, you have to excuse me, I've been outside all day long working in yards, and I do not, my voice is like gone from all the pollen. The pollen is so bad right now. I have a sip of water. Just sorry. So I want to get this area right here looking kind of fun. I did leave a little space right there. I've been wanting to use one of these for a little while now, so I'm definitely going to do that right there. As for these little spots right here, let's come over here and maybe do a market stalls in the center like that. I think that would look kind of nice. And then some... That just seems like too much. That definitely just feels like it's too much. Don't want to do that. Totally. Oh, man. Oh, hey, that would actually look cool. Hold on. I know, I just put that down. I'm already blowing it up, but I just had a cooler idea of what to do here. A little bit of that and that. Then come on the other side here and do... some trees back behind it. Oh, yes. Oh, that's going to look so cool. Oh, that's going to look so cool. Oh, I'm so happy about that. Now, I just got to have some ornaments here on the edges. Like, I wouldn't mind a little green park, but I think it's going to feel a little out of place. Maybe if I bring these in and kind of squish that in a little bit, and then on the back side back here, we could add in maybe some little things like this. Oh, that's going to be perfect. Then come over here, we'll put in like the little bakery. Put in the little morning bread place. Set some of this right here back just a touch, and then maybe put in something like these. Yes, it's mirrored on both sides, but, you know, I think that'll look kind of neat. Oh, I like that. That's going to look nice once it's all upgraded. I just got to wait for that to catch up so I can upgrade. Let's go, not fastest. I play on fastest a lot, and then, like, I get all like, oh god, everything's happening super fast. It's got to slow down. As for this right here, I think we're going to go workers and just make a little walled area. Maybe like this, like a little storage space. Extra fuel for it. Like that. Now, someone in the comments in the last video said that they cannot stand seeing railroad tracks right up against houses like this. It drove them bonkers seeing that. And just for you, because you said something about it, I will fix that. And we'll put a little separation right there. So just bear with me for just a second while I fix this for my disgruntled viewer who hates seeing houses right up on the roadside. Or houses right up against the railroad tracks. I will fix this just for you. There we go. Okay, now it's changed. Now we have it going down the middle. The only thing I hate about that is because I hate that weird road, tiny bit of grass, and then the mud and dirt. There's actually a mod that changes the ground plate to this to be the road tile, and it looks a billion times better. The only problem is when it gets out here into the grass, it still has the road texture under it, and it looks a little janky. But there you go. I fixed it. I fixed it just for you. I'm going to squeeze a couple more houses in right there in that spot. I'm going to leave this open because I might put something right there. Same thing around here. I'm going to leave some of this right here open for later expansion. These are ready to upgrade. Okay, all that's ready to upgrade. That's good. These are going to be all artisans right here, so that's going to look good. Now, I am going to have to... wish I could squeeze him in a little bit better. But I can't put him right there, so it has to go up here. Although it doesn't have to go right there, specifically. I could move it somewhere else. Oh, that's right. We have this little spot right here. There is a... there a little statue, like... little 1x1 statue. Yeah, that'll work. A simple little statue right there to take up that spot. Go there. Take this road out now. We can move him to there. We'll put the school right there on the edge. And we'll just leave the school right there. That can be the school's home. Alright, brick this up. Good. Place is booming. Okay. Need some trees back behind the schoolyard. That'll look good. Yeah. It's good. I like it. Change that to some brick roads right there. Okay, cool. All right. Let's go ahead and skip up here. Now, some people have mentioned maybe instead of doing the World's Fair to do the Iron Tower. And the idea of the Iron Tower here is kind of cool, but in my head, I still feel like it would have to have 5,000, and I still would want it to like be fully utilized. And I don't want that many hotels. I'm probably going to have at most 2 hotels on this island. That way I can use restaurants. So I don't think the Iron Tower is going to be what I want here as like a little centerpiece for the island. It's a cool idea, but I think it's just going to be, it'd just be too much for this little island to have the big old Iron Tower. Now, granted, the World's Fair is slightly even bigger, and so I could even see the argument that that's not necessary. That that's a little bit too much, but at least the World's Fair would be reasonable. So give me just a second. I'm going to come up with a layout real quick. I'm not sure how I'm going to do this yet, so I want to kind of cut through it because it might take me a while. So let me just see what I come up with. All right, 10 by 10 lovers rejoice, because I've decided to do some modified 10 by 10s. Now, these are 10 by 10 layouts with alterations to them. I get so many questions. How do you make 10 by 10s not look boring? Well, you get your 10 by 10 and then you go in there and start messing with it. So I took out some chunks of it and I made a big square over here, a little square over here. I kind of altered them. I put in some variety theaters and stuff in some different places, things like that. You just go in there and you kind of start messing around with how it looks. Also got us some oil right here for the time being, which reminded me that I also wanted to come over here and get... Don't need you to blueprint right now. I needed to come over here and get another trade union in, which I'm going to have to figure out where to put the trade union, and get some more oil coming out of these 6 oil wells. I'm going to do that with a combination of my extra virgin oily sucker, which just reminded me that I probably need to come over here. Oh, no, I don't. It's still running good. I always forget to do this, and I'm always running out of population over on Winchester. So I'm going to do an extra virgin oily sucker over there, and that's going to give us enough oil to get at least a couple more power plants going. Oh, we have a little riot happening. Look at that. Let's mobilize some more police force and take care of that, why don't we? Because I'm going to want an oil power plant here. I'm going to want one right over in here probably. And then at least I'm going to have some fuel stations as well. So I'm going to need quite a bit more oil, but I don't want to have to bring oil in from other areas. I do want this to still be a self-sufficient island. Let's go ahead and upgrade him at least one time and get some more storage capacity in that thing. So yes, this is the beginning of the plan. We are going to have the World's Fair right here with some nice parkland around it. I think I'm going to do like a museum. A zoo. I think I'm going to do a zoo up here. The Taiga Forest specifically. I'm going to do a Taiga Forest zoo right here on this little cliffside. And I do have this hotel that I kind of haphazardly placed, trying to decide where to put it. The one of the two hotels we're going to have. Like I said, I'm not planning on a lot of hotels in this city. Well, it is an island, but in this area, I'm not planning on too many at all. So we're not going to be going crazy with stuff like that. We'll do need some connections across the street though here. There we go. Start breaking that up a little bit, getting some idea of how that's going to lay out. Also go ahead and blueprint in where we're going to have the bus stop here. This bus stop will be down here. We're also going to need a bus stop up here by him, which I could put right there actually and get access to several things. Let's go ahead and get you upgraded as well. Go ahead and get you turned on. That way you're all up and ready for us. We might as well go ahead and get the hotel built. Why not?
I'd expected more color and flair from the old world.
Now, here is another problem that a lot of people run into. Yet another problem that people I see this posted on Reddit so many times. My tourists are really unhappy because of attractiveness. I don't know what to do. All of my needs are, well, I don't have it unlocked right now, but they'll be like, all of my needs are low. I can't figure out how to fix this. Go to the happiness tab, mouse over attractiveness, and it will tell you neutral city state. I have 378. I need 1,000 attractiveness in order to get rid of this debuff, and there's the debuff right there. All needs minus 10%. Need fulfillment limited by tourist unhappiness. I don't know what it is. People cannot seem to understand. If it's saying that it's happiness, go to this tab. You'll see what the problem is. It tells you right here. I need 1,000 attractiveness on this island in order to get rid of that debuff. So not a big deal at all. Let me double check. So bread is going to be okay. And this is fine. Yeah, we're all good there. We are all good there now. So this right here will go away. But yeah, we still have this right here because of the island attractiveness situation. So, and that's an easy fix. All you got to do is put down. They're like, well, how do I fix it? How do you usually fix attractiveness? Put down zoos, museums, ornaments, things like that. Anything to raise the attractiveness. Some people are like, oh, move off all your industry. I'm getting minus 55 from pollution on the island. It's not that much. If we take a look at Crown Falls, just as a again, people are like, oh, you can't have industry on your main island because it adds pollution. Minus 55. Now, yes, I don't have much on here. I have a lot of my stuff's moved off, but I do have furnaces, steelworks, cab assembly lines, oil refineries. Minus 55. 13,714 from culture. That is so negligible, it doesn't matter to me whatsoever. People get really bent out of shape over negative attractiveness, and when honestly, it doesn't matter. It's like not a big deal. Just put down some more zoos and everything, and you are golden. You're going to be perfectly fine. I'm going to double up these statues just because I can, and you can't stop me. All right, I'm going to get in. Kind of like what I did with the other one. I don't want this one to be, overblown with lots of crazy stuff. We're going to put in a little bit around the edges on this, just like that. Just for some greenery action. And then I think for the corners and stuff, sure how now I don't know how I'm gonna do the corners. Put him right there. I'm not gonna be building anything just yet because I'm way low on materials on timber and brick. So I'm gonna go get all that. We're just kind of spend the last little bit of the episode just kind of fleshing out this area. I don't know how I'm gonna do the decorations around it. Thinking I might just go kind of simple with it. You know, just add in some more white plaza tile right here. Kind of put some of that in. And then on the front right here, go like that. Gotta zoom out so I can see where I'm at here. Just like that. Okay, so match that up on both sides. Couple of fountains at the front. Just a couple. Nothing. We don't want to go crazy here. We're trying not to go crazy. Because it is really easy to go crazy when you're decorating. As you all well know, I tend to go kind of crazy with my decorating, and then I'll come back later and be like, that looks like hot garbage. And I'll delete it all. And then it's like, okay, so I redid everything to make it look like not hot garbage. I really want to use this somewhere. I love this. I love the giant shoulders of the Ancestors Fountain. It's probably one of my favorites. A couple of these small fountains. These are the season 4 pass. You get if you buy season 4, you get this cute little 1x1 fountain and the airship monument and those arches I was using earlier. Just in case you weren't aware of how to get access to those. Some people aren't, and they're like, "Where did you get that?" Like, well, it's in the game. I mean, it's not in the game, but it says it's a pre-order bonus, by the way, on there. It's incorrect. It's not a pre-order bonus. Or at least it did say pre-order bonus at one time. They might have fixed it, but at one time it said pre-order bonus, and they were like, "Oh, no, that's not right. It's not a pre-order bonus." Just put some trees in there on the edges. Like I said, I don't want this too wild and crazy. I'm trying not to go wild and crazy. Yeah, I'm not sure what I'm going to do just yet. Blocks. And then just some of this to kind of, yeah, like that. Oh, and actually, we could do that. We could do that here too. Kind of mimic that a little bit, but instead we have him. Ah, yeah. That'll look good. Okay. That'll look good right there. And then we'll just get some white plaza tile in there to cap that side off. I don't know how to deal with the back just yet. I don't know if I want to mimic it or do something a little bit different, since this is going to be like a little zoo up here, so I might do something different back in the back. There we go. There's just a very nice, simple little World's Fair area with some, you know, culturally heritagey type stuff with these colonial arches. I love these arches. They're just so pretty. You could do so much with them. They're so much fun to use. All right, let's see. We've got this big spot right here. I think will fit. Will it fit you? Oh, you're a little bit too big. Okay. Understandable. We'll put a 3x3 fountain in the middle. And I will get some... Well, I want this like a little market square type thing. But not completely surrounded. Kind of like that. What I want right there. And then for over here, I know exactly what I want. I'm wanting to use this for a little while now. The globe statue. Been wanting to use that for a bit. So yeah, nice little market square right there. Globe statue over there. This is going to look like such a nice area. Going to be having judicial use of the enclosed greenery, of course, because I love the enclosed greenery. With some fountain, just a lot of green open space. Because this is going to be mostly investors right around here. We will kind of carry this on over this way. I may break from the 10 by 10 now because that's kind of our more nicer open area. Break from the 10 by 10 a little bit and do some more standard layouts over here maybe. I'm gonna have to use dirt roads right now because I'm running low on bricks. Gotta go get more bricks. I'm not going to do any houses up there. We're going to do parkland around the outside edge. I just decided that right now. Okay, let's talk about how to deal with this. I'll fix that in here in a second. Okay, so we'll come over here. And to appease my viewer, I will not put any no homes next to the roads. No, next to the railroads, that is. No homes next to the railroads. Fill that part right there in. You'll come this way. We will fix that and drag that down there. We will drag across there. We'll have another little spot for another little statue right here. Don't have to be blueprinted. All right, cool. Seeing how many tiles I'm going to have to leave out. Okay, just like that. And that also reminded me that I didn't do any town halls around here. Crap. Which is fine. This is the great thing about the 10 by 10 is it's so easy to add in town halls anywhere. It's so easy to add in town halls with the 10 by 10. Why I like it so much. That's a good place for it. It's not a bad place for it. I just can't get anything up here. I did him there. Then I do another one, let's say maybe like right here. That just leaves that area up there without a town hall, and that's perfectly fine. And this does actually go all the way, but I don't really like doing that. I have one little Barcelona stretch. Just a little stretch of the Barcelona style, which is the squares. I don't like doing that too much. It actually drives me insane. Do some 2x3s right there. Pull this down here. I'm gonna bring you down to here. Bring you over by one. Okay, like that. Leave that space right there for a moment. And we'll leave me some open space right there. There we go. All right, so that is going to connect the city on in. Investors, pretty much all investors right here. We'll have a collection of investors right about in here. And then engineers into artisans, into workers quickly right in this area. Our local department will move, but I have to consider that it does need to still be within range of the various town halls. And it is going to be. I get you right over here. Okay, so you're not in range if I do it over there. Although this is not brick roaded. Now it is. Okay, so if I do it right there, it's not going to be in range of several town halls. If I do it right over here, it will be. So our local department may end up going like right around in here somewhere. In this area. That way it's kind of centralized on the island, but still in a nice upper classy type spot. I think that would look pretty good. So we may work our local department in up here. Just got to find the right place for it. So my plan now is off camera is I'm going to do all the upgrading. I'm going to get a ton of goods over here and get this upgraded to at least the artisan phase. And then when we come back in the next episode, we will work on getting this into the engineer phase and start looking at some of the items and different things we're going to use to help our engineers get settled in and get them taken care of, and move on to the investors and start seeing this city really come together. So with that, guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, let me know down below with a like and a comment, and I will see you in the next one. Until then, take care.